Hey everybody, welcome back! Yes, I'm doing a little bit of some weird map that's going to be in testing, or is in testing, I should say. Hey boss, how you doing? How's everybody doing? Hey Smokeless Joe, David G, Viking Streaming, Team Miller, Scurvy I Am, Cowboy Mike's welcoming, guys, Bodine, Aussie Kanga, Mr. Neilisk. Hope you guys love the title. I thought it was kind of funky. Right, so, um,
I thought it was pretty funny.
yes. So, going to be going over a couple of things quickly. That I've been doing over the weekend. Well, yesterday and today, really. Obviously, one of them has already been sent off to Mr. DAJNET, Dave. Hey, Game Room, how you doing, bud? Obviously, just a quick one. If there's anybody who's been given a shout out, please make sure to click on the links and give them all a follow. Are they baby dinosaurs? Not yet. Maybe soon. Who knows? We'll see. Yeah. So, yeah, obviously we are on PV Canyon Crossing by Mr. DAJNET, and we obviously are doing some beta testing. So obviously I've been working on the good old Black Diamond over the weekend, or actually yesterday to be honest. And obviously this is where you're going to be getting your drill shafts and your pump jacks that go into the desert for your oil wells and stuff. Obviously up until yesterday it was basically set up very basically to input boards and output boards just as a test on the triggers and stuff. Yesterday what I've done is I've added in some palette visuals. These guys right here. Obviously you cannot pick these up just so you're aware. It just represents what's currently in storage. Obviously that's going to be your pump jacks there. Obviously on the other side is going to be your drill shafts. As you can see there is also displays now set up as well in here so you can actually see what each of the products are. Obviously one thing I did do as well, I've tested them with the autoload script. It does work fine. I did have to make some tweaks with a little help from Mr. DAJNET yesterday on the drill shafts. You want baby alpacas? So would I. So would I, RPs. I think everybody is definitely after some alpacas at some point, but who knows what's going to come in the future? You never know what Mr. DAJNET has tucked away in his little folders over there. So, doing pretty
Mm.
good. Thanks. Yeah, so let's go over alligators. Yeah, I suppose alligators could count as a current dinosaur there, in my opinion. And how you doing there, Ted at Spawn? It has been a while for sure. You like the displays? Yeah, so these are the ones that were actually in FS19 that DAJNET had. So I've converted them over. There is a few factories already set up with these displays. The electronic one being one of them. Obviously, Delph. Obviously, you've got a nice little digital display there counting up, showing how much is in storage. Now, obviously, because obviously this hasn't really been shown off yet. It's a kind of a new one for all you guys, so I'm going to have to run through it a little bit to start off with. Let me find it in the menu here. Obviously this is going to be one that doesn't need to be built, which is kind of cool. So you can just buy the land and get started. So here it is right here. And Victory Knox 84, thank you very much for playing the applause, much appreciated. Alligators do not equal dinosaurs. You sound like you have drank away. Yeah. Oh Jesus. Hello, Team Miller as well. Holy smokes. Right. So
Just his excitement for the map, that's all.
I know it is. It's actually really, even though it's still got a few issues here and there, it is a great map. Obviously, the last what 2 days or so that we've had it. Even just going around the map, looking at it in its current state, is still quite mind blowing, to be honest. But obviously, we do have to get it tested and over to you guys. Obviously, it is all the progress is on the Trelleborg at the minute, or Trelleborg, whatever you want to pronounce it. Exclamation mark
Board.
SG board, yeah. God, now you put me off. Exclamation mark SGA will give you the link to the website, and you can actually see the progress. I think earlier I went through what still needs to be done. Is about 80 plots. Yeah, that's one hopefully. still to be tested. So hopefully we might try and get some of them done today. I do know that Scurvy Hyam, T Miller, and a lot of other SGA members are currently going. Is that not the right one? Did I click the? Oh, you stupid sodden thing! Do you have the link for the Trello, Dave? Please, because my link didn't work for some weird reason.
What do you? Oh, are you giving them?
So they can see the progress so far.
Oh, you didn't give them a link to the board. You gave them the link to our group, which they can't access.
Yeah. Um,
There you go.
Gracias. I'm going to grab that quickly. Actually, I'm going to pin it to the top of the chat there. I'll remove that at the end of the stream. That's fine. Yep. So it's the one that DAJNET just posted there, guys. Oh, I don't know.
Hello.
Hey, Mr.
Morning,
Reels,
Wiz.
how you doing? So,
All right.
just quickly, so the drill factory I've set up basically the same way as it was in 19. The only thing that's changed is obviously it's not going to be having oh, what was it? Steel in it this time. Instead, it's going to be using the metal from the Platinum DLC. So obviously you're going to need pipes, parts, plates, motors, wires, and metal for all of this stuff. And obviously out of that you will get your drill shafts and your pump jacks, which will obviously then go over to the desert to get your crude oil. So simple. Obviously I have added in the electric, labour support, morale boosters. Obviously they're not needed to get it going, but if you want to boost that production, get that stuff in there and get more stuff going quickly. Spawning wise, that was the other thing I wanted to check, make sure that was still fine. So spawn that. So there we go. So this is where it's going to all spawn out. There's one single row. And obviously these guys do load up perfectly fine. The only thing I will say, you're not going to need much. So if I pop that on there, I can just show you. Obviously this is the base game trailer with the autoload script. Obviously you can only get two because of the length of them onto the trailer. If you're using this particular trailer from the base game, which is the Load King drop deck one, you can also fit, if you've got them, 4 of the pump jacks on the top bed here as well. So it should be enough to get you going at least. So that's that. One thing I haven't really done anything with is the input visual, palette visuals. But down here, I don't think this actually opens up, but give it a try. Nope. I have left what was here in 19 as a sort of a salute to back then. Obviously, you still have the old steel there and the old pipe, so I like it. I'm going to leave it as it is for now. But yeah, that is somewhere on the map. I have no idea. I kind of got lost, to be honest. Get here. Where is it anyway, thinking about it? Let's have a look.
Up north.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, so we're over here, just above field 7. Obviously, that is going to be a later game thing for you guys.
South, yeah.
Yeah, so that is now set up. Dave's got it, so for the guys doing the testing, that will be updated in the pack. The other thing I'm working on is this over here, PMS recycling at the minute. Now, it's been kind of bugging me a little bit. Let me open that up, because I need to do a little bit of testing while I'm here. So obviously with PMS, it's a recycling center for anyone who has not seen it, and obviously there's a shout out from Mr. MBC. How you doing, buddy? What are you doing like this? Like too much fun? I know, I am having too much fun. I've had a good day, so well, semi-good day anyway. So obviously this, you know, like I said, this is going to be a recycling center. It's going to accept the trash from the houses, and I think at some point we're going to be adding them into some of the factories as well, possibly in the future, maybe. But obviously, if you're gonna, when it comes out, obviously we'll probably need hopefully the actual palette visual of the trash bag, but it'll be going downstairs into this big trigger right here. I don't think. Did you add the trash palette to the pallets yet in the map? Dave?
I don't think it's been removed, to be
Don't think
honest
it's
with
been
you.
removed? Okay, so I want to do a quick test
I'm
on that trigger
not
while I'm
100%
here.
sure.
We'll find out in a minute, that's for sure. Right, so trash. Yeah, but how you
Which
doing there, Mr.
one is
NPC?
the
Oh,
word?
great, and you. Oh, good. Oop, I just went past. If it's here,
Yeah.
trash. Yeah, there's trash. Good. Let's see if it gives me any errors first of all. Nope, good. So there it is. It is actually going in. So it's another one of these that may need to be lifted up. Obviously, there is plans on hopefully getting obviously the trash truck back if you want to do it manually. Oh, excuse me. I just had fish and chips a little while ago, so I'm still burping a little bit. But very, very cool. They're going in. Actually, some may need to be lifted up. That's another thing that needs sorted out. Either that or the trigger needs to drop down a wee bit. Let's have a look. Actually, it's not too
Fish and chips sounds
bad.
good.
Yeah, homemade fish and chips. Love it. Yeah, so that's not too bad. So, that's that. Obviously, one thing I've been working on today is obviously palette visuals, stuff like that. Ooh, hello. Spoilers. So this is what I'm working on at the minute. I do need to move the images across a little bit. I've already done the carton. Might actually move that more centraled. But yeah, these still need a little bit of adjusting actually, because I don't like having the writing over the top of the image. Do we have to download the DAJNET? What? I don't know what you're saying. Whatever you were saying, Neil, send it to me in Discord. That'd be easier. The Coon Buffet was, yeah. So yeah, obviously this is something I'm working on at the minute. There's some down here, some upstairs. Obviously, as you can see, obviously you got trash, you got carton roll. I'll explain that in a minute. You got aluminum, glass, and plastic. Now the aluminum, glass, and plastic is what you're going to be getting back out of the trash, and that will actually spawn in a row just in front of here, basically. One thing I do need to try and go through is all these different pallets around here and make them not be there to start off with, but obviously once the product starts spawning, they'll start showing. Kind of like the same as the one at Black Diamond there. We had a Korean barbecue buffet today. Yeah, I've seen the pictures there, T Miller. Looks absolutely amazing. So yeah, so it's definitely working. They're counting up. It is going to take a little while for these to work through, so just bearing that in mind. And I need to get rid of my little pink lines. There we go. So upstairs is going to be for the packaging. And obviously the packaging is something else that's going to be added into some of the factories. Obviously these are still the visuals from 19, but I'm still working my way through. Obviously you've got... That's a funny... Oh, there we go. That is really weird, that little trigger icon. I might have to get rid of that, to be honest. So up here, you're going to need to add in 2 products. This is, at the minute, this is what I'm kind of aiming for. Pallets and that carton roll. And obviously that is then going to make your packaging to go into your factories. I may see if I can add in some other things just to make the numbers. But obviously up here as well we do have the visuals, and they are working for the most part. I don't know if I actually added in the...
Billy is a nuisance. He will be gone in 2 weeks.
Yes.
I
Oh, that
apologize
needs
for this
updating as
inconvenience.
well. Right, so yeah, did add the pallets in, good. Because I thought, well, when I was going through, I was just going to add the carton roll in, and I thought, well, it comes back out in pallets. Why not put pallets in to get them back out? So, and obviously, thank you very much for this, Scurvy. Actually, I will pretend I didn't hear you call aluminium that. That's what I call it, aluminum. Right. So I need pallets. Obviously, I've gone through and fixed it already on mine. Obviously, with the update, that will be fixed hopefully with Mr. DAJNET's version. So pallets, good boy. Pallet. So spawn a couple of them out. That's definitely working. And curtain roll was the other one, wasn't it? Ra-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, Jesus. T. Miller, you're going to kill me one of these days, swear you are. God. Thank you, David G, for that one. God, that is really loud. I don't know about you guys, but that is really loud for me. Yeah, so, like I was saying, obviously, Carton Roll is from the Platinum DLC.
Hello there.
Oh, hello there, Mr. Neon. How you doing there? Oh, yeah.
Hey, it's Ghost.
It is. And Mr. Reaper, hats off to you too, sir. So one thing you will need before you play on this map is the Platinum DLC, guys. Just so you are aware, a lot of the productions are being set up to use a lot of the stuff from it. Obviously, it has been mentioned before, but I thought I'd mention it again. See, a Carton Roll. Hopefully I got the right fill type in there. Yep, good, good, good. Cool, they're huge. Now, did I have... Oh, I did from earlier, so... At least the trigger definitely works. I'm happy with that. That's slowly trickling in. Obviously, this will be from... Actually, I cannot remember what it's from. It's from... Heck. Good question. What is... It's been so long since I've played on... Silver Run. It's that one, the Paper Factory. There we go. I knew it was one of them. Cool. There we go. So I am Super Alpaca. There we go. So that definitely works. Cool. Yep. And then obviously you can see the that's working. That's good. That's good. So I just need to do a quick test. I know Big Daddy spawned. Oh, which one was it? The packaging palette, and it did throw a collision error off. So I have hopefully fixed it. And yeah, how you doing, Mr. Reaper? And obviously everybody else. Hope you're having a great weekend, or had a great weekend, great day so far. So yeah, my day. Why is that not showing on? Oh yeah, there's a second. That's fine. Yeah, it's been a weird day, that's for sure. My wife had to go to the doctors, and she's had to have a ear swab. They think it's infected. Oh. So in the next couple of days, we'll probably get a reply on that, say whether she needs antibiotics. So yeah, great fun. But me myself, I'm doing good. I just want to check all these doors are still working. Yep. Good. I didn't mess anything up earlier, so that's cool. Yeah, so all of these here, I'm probably going to just take them out or just leave them as they are. And then just have the visuals maybe downstairs. I haven't quite decided yet. But it's an easy, quick edit. But yeah, the map is definitely getting there. Actually, one thing I do need to check. Oh, did I not sort out the lights? Probably not. Okay, that's something I do need to add to my little list while I'm going. Right, we're just going to let this run through so I get at least a couple of pallets just to spawn them out. Make sure that they're working. Actually, I can go up a little bit more on that time, I think. Now, I do not recommend doing this on a big map like this. Obviously, this is just testing. But yes, I do go up a little bit fast. And that buggers, yeah, drop that down a little bit more. As you can see, the actual process, if you go too fast, it will almost stop. So you do need to have it at a decent rate. Obviously, I usually go for about 2,000 when I've been doing the testing. Oh, and it just allows it to trickle over nicely. There we go, got at least one pallet. That should be enough. Let's go back to the daytime. So you're actually getting to see a live test, guys. It's cool. I haven't actually done any of this since I've added in those displays, so I'm really happy with that. So we'll drop that down. Looks like a nice day out there in the middle of April. All the displays are definitely working, so they're all linked. Obviously, yeah, I just need to go through. I want to move them just a little bit to the left, so there's a little bit more room for the digits. Obviously, now I can see that one. the little image can actually go to the right a little bit on that one. So that's kind of cool. Okay. Right, so let's go grab a palette. I might move this inside actually. Obviously, I do need to update this image as well, so it's the SGA logo, and maybe drop it down a fraction. It seems a little bit high there. So we want a packaging palette. Jeezy me! Metalhead 2, thank you very much for that jump scare. So there is the palette, there is no errors, good. And I'll just make sure there's no collision, I can stand on it. Yep, that's good. I am happy with that. Super! So my little test's done.
Hello there.
Hello there, Jay Booth 77. How you doing, bud? Can you milk sheep in this game? Yes, you can, Mr. Enduro. And how you doing, bud?
Billy is a nuisance. He will be gone in 2 weeks. I apologize
You
for this
cannot milk
inconvenience.
According to some modders, you can, because they've put out sheep pens with it, milk sheep. Go figure. However, on this map, we can actually milk goats. Haha. How many maps have that? Not many. Let me just see that quick message from Mr. Neil. I was saying, do we need to download the Trello.com website? Nope. You don't need to download. Well, you don't have to download it. Just sort of maybe bookmark it. So if you are interested in seeing the updates regularly, just bookmark it, and yeah, you should be able to be fine. Obviously, I have actually downloaded it onto my phone. It makes life a little bit easier to see things. So yeah, I know some people like sheep milk, sheep cheese. Yeah, yeah. Isn't that something in Australia? I'm sure I heard it was Aussie Kanga or something like that. Talking about sheep milk being sold over there. It's like, yeah, that really doesn't tickle my fancy. They found out sheep milk is a real thing using feta cheese a lot. Really? Now
Yes.
that I didn't realise. Hmm.
Yes, probably had it in the past without knowing.
Yeah. Actually, I've never had feta, so that's weird. But yeah. Actually, I was going to make a note of that, wasn't it? So, come here, Mr.
What, buy feta cheese? Is that the notification?
No, the things I need to just sort out quickly. Oh, right. So I need to add to PMS palette display.
I need to go back to bed.
Yeah, it's been a long weekend. Change player icon and lower. Yeah. I'm in an iron about obviously the palette visuals at the minute. I might just leave them as they are, to be honest. But yeah, so that's sorted, that's fine, it's error free, so I'm happy so far. Right then. Obviously, if you guys have not seen this map, it's like, where the heck have you been all weekend? So for anyone who's new, who has not seen the map so far, obviously it is still in beta testing. It's going to be a 16x map by Mr. DAJNET, and that is the current PDA. Obviously, this is possibly going to be updated soon, so it's a lot clearer, so you can actually see things. Obviously, like I said, it's a 16x map. On the map itself, there's lots of productions. They're all basically groups around the map. So you got little groups here that have factories and houses. Up here, you got factories and houses as well. Obviously, the big area in the middle there, it's got some more. All these little markers are like houses and markers that you can see throughout. Also, you do have the mine still in here as well. Not sure what these little dots are though. Oh, the pallets. Interesting. There's rocks they're showing. Did you know that, Dave?
Which ones? Oh, the rock set. I can turn that off.
Yeah. Might want to do it. Actually, I'm going to take a jump over because I've not actually looked at this yet. So along here, what Dave's actually added in is rock spawners, and they're going to be outputting rocks for the most part. Obviously, he has covered it during his stream, but they're also going to be putting out gems. Oh, I can see two already. So I do have a little aquamarina there, and a Amethyst neon. Oh, there's 2 neons there. There we go. And also these rocks. These rocks can actually go over to the stone crusher to make your limestone, gypsum, and calcium carbonate. So it's a really handy thing to do. Some of us work, Billy. I know, Big Tigger, I know. I never do any work at all. You like to sign on PMS, do you? It's a good one, isn't it? Yeah, obviously that was converted from 19. So if anyone's played like PV County, you'll recognise a lot of the buildings. Now, one thing with these factories, for anyone who hasn't seen them, they are, on the most part, buildable. There is obviously 1 or 2 or a handful of these that are not. But like this one across the road here, which is obviously the Frito-Lay, it's going to need to be built. I don't know if anybody's tested it, but there's a big grassy knoll right in the middle there, which looks stupid. But obviously there is a board set up on the front with obviously an unloading area that will be where you need to put the input product. So all of this in here will need to go into the trigger. Obviously, like I've said once before and quite a few times before, it's best to try and get all the products in bar 1 before doing that last one and put it all in one hit. So for instance, I would want to get all the metal in, the pipe in, the concrete block and all this in here first, and then leave the lowest one, which is the carton roll, in right till the end, because literally as soon as that first pallet or that last product goes in, it's going to start building, and yeah, the trigger is going to raise up, and obviously if you're not fast enough, you may not get a chance to get it in there. The fence has a collision, not like in count. Yeah, obviously that is one cool thing. Is obviously you cannot walk into here. Obviously, if you got flight mode, you can go up and over like this into here and have a wander around if you wanted to. Just out of interest, let's see where we are. I'm sure somebody's probably already done it. I think it's that one, is it? There. Right, I'm guessing 191's already been tested, but let me just have a look on the website. Trello board first of all, to see if they mentioned about that. Testing. So, actually, let me change to the desktop, it would make life a little bit easier. So, obviously, in here, obviously, we do have an SGA testing. Obviously, none of you guys will be able to mention anything like this. Says the link is broken. That's the one that Dave did. Let me just double check on that. There you go, so right there. Maybe it's your computer, Mr. NBC. Yeah, so obviously this has been set up by Mr. DAJNET. Obviously, this area here is what is still being tested and to be tested. This is for anyone who's found any issues. This is where it goes. If they've tested it, they've found nothing wrong with it, it goes into this department. And obviously, you guys can actually check the progress as well. And obviously, then you've got this section here where DAJNET's already gone through and fixed these issues. So obviously, it's going to need to be in the next update retested. So obviously, once all the farmlands are done, this lot will be going back over to here to be retested and make sure. And obviously, if anybody comes up with any suggestions who are doing the testing, they're just popping it in here. So for instance, the logistics center needs to be updated to have all the additional pallets added. Obviously, that is something I'm going to be doing at some point. Possibly today if I get a chance. So I can get that sent over to Dave. Obviously, with the logistics center, it is only going to be a store only placeable. You cannot auto distribute to it or from it. Okay, guys, just so you are aware. I'll show you guys in a minute that anyway. And obviously adding syrup to the sugar factory as well was a suggestion. Now, which land was that?
That wasn't a suggestion. That was just a note, a reminder.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
I gotta get
191,
that
wasn't
in
it?
there.
I got a feeling that was being done already. Let's have a look. So 191. 991. Oh, there we go. So I'm going to accept that one. Being tested. Right then, time to break it, hey? Hopefully not. Now, obviously, being a tester, one nice thing is we've got the EasyDev tool to spawn things out, so we don't have to make sure we've got all the factories and that. Now, I do know that some of these pallets are going to be updated because there are still a few issues where they're not unloading properly, like the concrete, for example, needs to be raised up. Actually, that's a good idea. I might grab that truck a minute. Let's take that off. And let's go for a flying lesson. Whee! Oh, 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 go on, go, 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 go. That didn't work out well. Whoops. Oh well. That wasn't quite what I wanted. Yeah, so some of these pallets still, obviously, I think they've been, most of them been fixed. If not, will be soon. Oh, that friggin' flight mode. Off. There we go. But obviously, the version we've got at the minute, such as the concrete, once it hits the ground, it seems to stop. But obviously, Dave's tweaked that and got it working. So at the minute, we're just having to use a trailer. Da, 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 da. Righty then. So the way I would suggest any tester doing these is to park a trailer over the top and then just spawn the pallets on to the trailer, and it just keeps them lifted up that little bit. Maybe obviously test a few on the ground as well, just so you see which ones are working or not. Who is DAJNET? Yeah, I know, I have no idea. He simply made this map. Can't see the fascination with it, to be honest. And hi there, it you bro Voki, I think that is. Welcome in, by the way. Right, so let's grab some pallets. So what do I need first of all? So I was trying to start with, say, like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, go that way. So top of it, so we've got block to start off with. Right, and block. Oh, I went right past it. So the only problem is so many products in a map, it's kind of a nightmare. And time consuming. Right. And I can do two things. I can watch while you guys are going. How's the new map coming? It's getting there. We're over halfway tested on the plots now. Definitely getting there, so hopefully by the end of the week maybe the rest of them should definitely be done, and maybe into the second phase of the beta testing. And then who knows after that.
Who knows after that?
Yeah. We'll see. Hopefully then it...
So, interesting thing that came up in the testing,
Okay.
which there's nothing really that can be done about it, but apparently the BGA bunkers that are built into the map, you just after you buy the BGA, you just need to save and reload in order to get the R trigger on them.
Okay.
Because it doesn't register it as you own it after you buy it until it goes into the XML file. So that's nothing
That's
unless
weird.
you know it's not a big. It is kind of weird.
And kind of annoying as well, to be honest.
Well, I don't know if you even have to reload, but it definitely needed a save. And then when I came back in and to
Right.
look at them, it's like, oh my gosh, I got the R key. So
Yeah.
but that's just for the ones built
6,
into the map, probably
7,
because the other one's right in when you place them.
Yeah. Hey there, Mr. Jers. How you doing, bud?
And I didn't realize because I never used BGAs. Digestate.
Mm-hmm.
He also said he couldn't load the digestate loads fine. The thing is, there's only 2 vehicles in the whole entire map that actually load digestate.
True.
So you got to make sure you have one of those too. They worked okay. I will say that your triggers on your stone crusher were too close to the bins to get any vehicles to pick up from them, so I had to move those out.
Oh, I tested them with a little trailer. They were fine. Go, but okay.
I tested it with 5 trailers. Little ones, big ones, they were really, really close to the
I know. I like to make it
bin.
difficult. You have to back up to them.
Well, no, well, even backing up, most trailers won't work unless the trigger's
Okay.
in the back.
Yeah.
You might have
So
had a good trailer, but they're moved out further.
there is that one. There's also the. Oh, I need to get it up at some point. Oh, don't you
That
have
one
it in
does
the
not
pack?
take digestate. No, they don't. That does not take digestate. The only ones you got to go use the slurry tanks. The 3-wheeled one down there.
He's a pain in the butt. We've got the converted one from 19 that does the digestate. Because how I set it up.
Yeah, I don't have one
Wow.
in the map. That's what I'm saying.
Get it
There's
from
not one
the
in the
Wolf
map.
Creek. It's there.
It's not built into Wolf Creek.
No, but it's
It's
a
a mod.
separate mod, yes. And it's one of
Yeah,
yours.
well, that mods haven't been added into the freaking. This is the map
How am I
testing.
meant to test if you haven't got the right equipment?
You can't test it. There's 2 vehicles in game. Ugh, women.
Actually, there's more than 2 vehicles. There's a lot of tankers as well. Yeah, exactly. There's all the slurry tankers and all that. So anyway, one quick thing. So when you load in your pallets and you get a funny number where it's not quite right, obviously I've put 50 pallets in there, and obviously it's coming up with 49999. Do not worry about that variant. It's a giant's mathematical issue. The factories have been set up so that when they finish building, it's slightly under what's actually needed, to be honest. But as long as you've got your 50 pallets in of each, your 25 or whatever, don't worry about it. It will still build, okay? Unless you're X-Man who then just falls asleep and doesn't put the right amount in. Yeah, so just bear that in mind when you are doing these buildables. Obviously there is going to be a slight capacity variance, but it's been already thought of and dealt with. So, BBB, so C, the next one is going to be concrete carton roll. And on that is, yes. Right, so concrete or carton roll. Probably carton roll, actually. Right.
Oh, can I just make a quick... Well, the person's probably not here. He's probably still sleeping. He was up late.
You can
But
if you like.
just
Oops.
Just a quick suggestion for the testers. When you take a screenshot, try to get something that references, not just looking down at the ground at a spot on a field where there's nothing around a tree or anything that I can tell where that spot is.
Yeah.
Surfing. Card 104, if anybody's tracking, you can tell what I'm saying. Now, how am I supposed to find out where that is?
I think that's something to do with the grass not being able to be cut in that section. Is that the one where
That's not grass.
Is it, or is that something else?
It's a crop, and the header went over it because the field has too much of a roll in that area. But you tell me where in that field that is, because the field's huge, by looking at that picture.
Oh, very true. Let's have a look, actually.
You can't see any objects.
Let's have a look. Right, so surf, and I'm guessing it's this, what was it, 104 you said?
Mm-hmm.
So let's have a look. 104. So there's the picture. Yeah.
I can't tell where that is because I don't even have a tree or anything, and it's a huge field.
Expand canvas. So according to that, right, let me boop that over there 1 sec. The minimap coordinates. Yeah, obviously if you're in the editor, that is absolutely no use to you.
They don't work in the editor.
No. Right, let me get rid of you. So that's field 51, is it? Yeah. So let's jump over there and have a little look. See if we can help Mr. Dave out while we're at it. Right, so 51. Why in the heck is 51? There. Okay. Oh, this is not going to be easy. Actually, I can teleport there, can't I? We'll come back to this in just a minute. Alright, looking at it. He should be around about there, I would say.
A roundabout.
Right, let's go into flight mode and see if we can figure something out. Did I turn it
Well,
off? I
that's
did.
such a minor. It's such a. I mean, it's a little bit of a slope in there, but it's impossible to see it in the editor.
Yeah! Right, so what have we got? 4. Right, do the square. 9, so 4. Now he's sort of facing towards the middle there. Let's come up a little bit. 5, 7, 2. 5, 0. This is always the tricky part. Just point in that direction. 4, 6. Yeah, can't really see anything, can you?
No, you can't see it in the game either. That's the thing. Unless it harvest, it just missed that little spot. There's.
Yeah. Oh,
I have to smooth the whole field basically, and hopefully I hit it. That's why it needs to be retested, because there's no markers to tell me where it is.
that is, yeah, that is quite a, actually it's coming down to the field level. That is quite a raise there, so it could be where it's the harvester's come up and maybe caught one of these edges
Yeah,
on an
it's just a
angle. So
small
yeah,
area. I just can't tell where.
but yeah, that is horrible. I don't know. What's he like? Right. Back to my little test. But yeah, it would help if it was a little bit clearer, guys. There we go.
Yeah, just saying. Uh, most screenshots have some trees or something in the background where I can kind of get at least close to where it is.
Yeah. Need a decent reference. But yeah. It would be nice if the coordinates lined up with the Giants' editor. Yeah, I know there, farm boy. It would. But they never freaking do, though. It's a pain. Small, smooth, rolling hills are okay, right? Yeah, as long as your hired helper or you don't have any issues. If you think it's too much, let Dave know, and what he'll do is just smooth off that field. And obviously we'll test it again afterwards.
Hello there.
So give that a try. But yeah, use your own judgment really there, Team Miller. So, actually I was going to leave the card
All
mode
I
till
care
afterwards,
is
yeah.
that it doesn't, the combines and stuff don't miss
Right.
spots when they go over.
Yeah, exactly. So,
If it can handle it,
see,
then it's all
concrete.
right by me.
Right, concrete. Ba-ba-da-ba-dam. 1, 2. Get rid of that. 3. Field Jeez, Mr. Jers, thank you very much for that screamer. And obviously Viking streaming. Hello.
Yeah, if they're wavy, I like them. I like it to be not more realistic, not having perfectly flat.
Yeah.
Just want
And
to be able to
Bodine, thank you
show.
very much for that jump scare as well. Plot 174. Plot 174. So this field
No,
here is
that's-
it? Yeah. Yeah, maybe Dave can just run a smooth tool. Obviously, if the harvester does miss like big clumps, then yeah. But if it doesn't struggle, it should be fine. Right, where
Yeah,
were
you
you?
said it was wavy.
15.
Wavy is okay.
Yep, wavy's good. It's natural. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
Have you ever had a dream that you had you could
That is really annoying, you know that. And thank you very much there, Bodine, for that. I'm playing on the new map, Bash from 4X. Oh, I've seen that, Smokeless Joe. It almost reminds me if it's the one I'm thinking of, of a kind of a DAJNET type map. I was reading the description of it. I think it was over the weekend, and it just seemed to feel like that. That's why I did it. Oh, you crazy people. Nearly there, nearly there. One more. See the concrete? That's perfectly fine. I like it. Right, so concrete. So D, E, F, G. So probably glass is going to be the next one. Looking at that. So Scooby-Doo. Actually, this is actually the first factory on this map that I've built so far. And it would have.
That's it?
Yep. I've kind of focused on other things, and yeah. I want to get into getting some of those forest areas that everyone seems to be avoiding, and get into doing them.
I don't think that they're avoiding forest areas. Several of them have been done. They're
Oh,
easy. You don't have to go.
exactly. Seems like everyone is just focused on the fields and that. So
Oh no,
can you?
what's left mostly on the list, I think, are the bigger fields.
Yeah.
That's why it's slowing down.
No, T Miller, you cannot. You would have to get like your electric generators up and running, your worker houses, all your morale and support buildings as well. If there are
Oh,
placeable ones, I was wondering if you can F12 them. No, and obviously you cannot
you
fly
don't
them
need to
either.
test it. They will work.
Yeah, obviously I trust them. I set it up. Um,
I got
crazy
several
people.
plots at the moment going here.
Yeah, actually, when I was doing the testing, I had like 2 or 3 combines just on one field, and I was literally bouncing between the 3, every minute or so, just to have a look at the terrain and stuff like that. And thankfully, I've had no issues. Obviously, I know Dave's mentioned about the trees and stuff like that, but obviously I did send a few over. I thought we're in the wrong place and stuff like that. So, but yeah, altogether, it's not been too bad. And obviously, Dave
got about 10 of these plots.
Yeah.
That-
But yeah, that's another thing as well. If any of you guys are testing, maybe grab 3 or 4 or 5 different plots and test them all at kind of at the same time if you can. It does make it go that little
Only
bit
if you
faster.
can.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of the small fields,
Where are we?
are close
Right.
together.
I think I'll leave that nails to the last. No, because they're going to be a pain. Let's do that maybe next. G H I J K M. So M will be the next one, which is going to be the metal. Oh, great.
Some of these small little terrains can be checked in like 5 minutes. 10
Exactly.
minutes.
I think Dave had one yesterday. There was literally quick look. Okay, there's a load of grass here. Oh, there's a tree over there. Check that. Done.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I was listening to Scurvy's stream last night. But yeah, obviously with the displays as well for any of the testers, if not any of the numbers don't work, let me know as well, or Dave, when you put it into the ticket, and I can get onto it straight away. Mind you, it'll be put on the card anyway, so that's fine. I'm bouncing on and off to check it anyway regularly. But this should all be working anyway. This is going to take forever. Who set up these displays and the mounts? Oh yeah, me. Dang it. Yeah, obviously I was watching your stream back to that little short one from last night, and obviously I heard about Boomhauer having his Taco Bell, and yeah, I found a lovely little picture and put it in streamers talk regarding Taco Bell.
Yeah, I saw that.
It just reminds. I literally seen that picture and thought of Scurvy, not Scurvy, Boomhauer. When in the production menu, can you buy electric? Yeah, no, all of them have been disabled. Actually, I don't know why I'm freaking doing it this way. I know that triggers work. And the pallets. because I tested them originally. Now, this is one thing I'm kind of considering that may be worth disabling, actually. Where are we, anyway? Free-to-lay. Is disable... Actually, you can't buy them, because you can't even get to them, that's the thing. So if I come to the free-to-lay, so here's the free-to-lay. Obviously, in here you cannot see the build menu, so I can't physically buy them yet. You can distribute to them, but word of warning, make sure that it only gets what you want in there, because if you are still distributing, it could go back into the factory afterwards. Just that little word of warning with that. It'd be nice if there was a way of actually disabling that trigger. But yeah, these electric, the labour, the support, morale, obviously you cannot buy them. They've all been disabled. So if you do want to use these as your boosters, obviously you're going to need to get your generators working, your labour houses going, your support and morale buildings going, and they're all in the shop there. So you just need to place them down. Have you actually placed anything in the map yet for them?
No, there's no electricity placed in the map, but there are several houses if you're
Liar.
buying the plots.
Liar.
Hmm?
Liar.
Well, the coal power plant, but that's not where you're going to be starting unless you're cheating, you know. Unless you're cheating a lot of money.
See? He lied, and he just admitted to it.
That's not, no, there's no
Yeah.
Whatever.
Obviously, if you're just starting that,
I'm a
obviously,
liar.
like on Wolf Creek and all the other maps, there is obviously the placeable, like solar panel and all that you can start out with to get to going if you do want to do those boosted lines. And obviously, a lot of the factories are set up exactly that way, so that they are a booster. You do not need them to get going.
Yeah, they're not required anymore.
No. Yes, and how's Mr. Big Daddy? I didn't hear you
good.
sneak in.
You got, yeah. No, I don't interrupt. You guys were talking.
Oh, you're fine.
I
It's
get a
nice.
Say hi.
Yeah. Unlike NBC, I'm not the sort of person who will record somebody's voice as they come in just to play it back later on about 100,000 times.
Oh, that doesn't bother me. I just heard you guys talking. I figured I'd say hi when I got a moment. So doing good. How about you guys?
Yeah, not too bad.
Oh.
Right, so that's all I need of them. So let's get rid of these buggers. Right, where are we? So, yeah, I might do those nails next because they are
Hi, Scrooby.
right. Pain. Actually, I have an idea. I hate having ideas. It's really not good, guys. And look, I can actually prove it. Look, I have been using some John Deere equipment for testing purposes only, guys. So for all you John Deere fans, I'm going to be using this right now. Right, so I need to teleport over here. I think I'll do it somewhere maybe where there's no building. Oh, look at that. Bingo. Right. Now I'm pretty sure in here I see nails. I did. Look at that. That makes life a little bit easier. A little small tractor doesn't count. That was actually 3 T Miller. Were you not counting? Well, yeah. Actually, to be honest, I am quite liking this. This with the 7R. Yeah, the 7R. To be honest, all of the R series seem to be quite nice. But yeah, the 6R has definitely got to be the one that I like probably out of all of them, because obviously you can have the front loader on there as well. And it does work like that. I'm busy testing though. But yeah, obviously if you guys are not following, obviously Big Daddy, I know he doesn't stream that much, but who knows what's going to happen soon. Obviously a nice new map coming out, he might actually get in there, do some forestry for you guys. And who knows what else he might be bringing over. How much more do I need? Actually, maybe I should have left that till the end. Oh, friggin' well. A little bit more. Doesn't matter. Doesn't
Thanks,
matter.
Charlotte Viking.
It is all great fun.
Okay, now with Dole, let me ask you a quick question. I'm going to try to make sense. I'm going to try to explain the best I can.
Yep.
So with Dole, I noticed something. I'll compare it to what I have with Pepsi. Let me go check. Actually, before I speak, let me go check. I am researching something. I think.
Pallet long prefabs.
Hmm.
Pipes.
He's not listening.
I am. Yep. I hear you. I want to. I want to check. I gotta investigate something before I speak. Okay.
Long pallets. Where are they?
I'm gonna try to explain myself. Explain my question. And I want to make sure I say it in a proper way.
Hey Dajal crew, how you doing? Yep, testing's gone really well. We're over what? I think it's a little over half. Well, actually, well over halfway through testing the different plots and stuff. So obviously that'll then go into like a beta 2 testing, I suppose. But yeah, it's definitely getting there. And obviously, if anyone's able to give Mr. Dajal crew a shout out, he's an amazing streamer. And obviously a member of the community. So yeah, you're gonna have to definitely get your computer sorted out for this one, bud. And there's the link. Yeah, so make sure to click on him, catch him when he does next go live, guys. He's great. Obviously, he is the leader of the Crusaders, so definitely well worth pop in, say hi, and I'll have a little chat with the guys over there. And obviously, Mesman, how you do? Yeah, Mesman, 1982. How's it going, bud? I'm really struggling with some of these names today. It's not good.
Eastman has been around quite some time.
I know.
That name,
I still keep
that
getting
name rings
the name
a bell.
wrong.
Oh, yeah. Big Tigger, it is lunchtime. I just finished for lunch. You know what I had, Big Tigger? I made ham and bean soup left over from the Easter ham that I had a while ago. So I made ham and bean soup. Yeah, it was really good.
How we doing?
Nice and filling.
8, is it? 8, 9, 10. So that should be enough for that. Right, so pipe long, then prefab. I did see pipe long here, so hopefully I got the right one. Yep. At least some of these pallets are decent and they production. Jeez, go in straight away. And thank you very much, Oppies, for the jump scare. Me and the missus have been dealing with a bad cold and cough. That will not go away. Oh, that is not good there. I hope you guys both feel a lot better soon there, Dajal crew. And Mrs. Dajal crew as well. Give her a big hug from me, that might help.
Or it may make her sicker.
Oh, how rude. Right, prefab.
Poutine, nice. Big. Sounds good.
Oh, there it goes. Right, so this
Okay,
is...
so I'll explain myself. In the Placeables XML, for factory, after you build it, if you don't have, we have a problem with the pallets currently, right?
Yeah.
So we can't spawn pallets in. Okay, so that's not a big deal. It's known. My question
is,
no, hold on.
In general.
In pallets in general, we can't spawn pallet.
Oh,
so
I
what
can.
I'm trying to do.
You can.
Well, you can. Yeah, we can.
Pallet
but,
you can. Yeah.
Yeah, the pallet I couldn't put in a dole because we can't spawn it because there's an error.
Which pallet?
So my question is, in the node for the fill type, that won't show in the Placeables XML until one of those items are placed in there, correct? My question is, it will say 0 for the node fill type, or it won't show that node fill type until something's put in.
Yeah.
That trigger.
Yeah, so if you put at least 1 liter
but
or
nothing
whatever,
will be there.
Yeah.
It won't show a value of 0. My point is, I had that line in node fill type pallets in the Dole factory because I couldn't spawn any in. I was saying what I'm trying to say.
Which
I want to make sure that
out of curiosity.
the pallets, blank pallets.
Oh right, yeah.
Pallet.
Ah, okay, yeah.
There's an issue with them, so I
can't
can't spawn it. No, it's
you
known.
But
my question was, I was
I'm
just curious
so confused.
I understand.
One more time.
Hey Nico, how you doing?
It should still be an input on the
There
factory.
wasn't. There was a fill level value is 0 for the node fill type.
Oh yeah, you'll get 0 until you put it in.
There was none. That's what I'm saying. There was no line for it.
Oops.
I had to go manually put it in, and I thought that's because you
Let's
have to
check that
until
a
you
minute.
put one in the trigger, it won't register that. Or am I wrong? Did you hear
Actually,
what
I
I'm
haven't got it
saying?
built. So
Manually put it in where?
In the XML file.
the placeables XML.
Oh, in the save game?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, they don't show up until you put something in. Okay,
Okay, that's why I
what
had to add it. That's why I was getting at. Yeah, I had to add that
see that
line
going really
in
quickly.
for the fill
I
type
got you
of
now.
pallets.
You missed.
Yeah.
I didn't know what
Right.
files you were editing.
Yeah, I was saying
thought
the
you were talking-
placeables XML.
So
Yeah, sorry.
He's done
and-
all this work, so it's good.
Mhm. Well, if you're gonna add an XML file, you could have just went into the palette co and then just put
Yeah, put it in the mod script like it.
store item link to the store item palette. That's all that's
I
wrong.
don't. Well, I knew it was
There we
being
go.
fixed, so I didn't bother fixing it on my end.
Cool. Right, a few extras, but all good. Now, obviously, I've got all the products in there now. Obviously, as you can see, it is starting to count down. It's quite quick, actually. But there's a lot to go through. One thing, like I mentioned, is the trigger here is actually going to raise up, so you can no longer add any more into it. But obviously, it will still be active, guys. So if you have things on distribute, just a word of warning, it may end up going into some of these builds. I want to see if there's a way of actually disabling that option once it's got all the input products. Might have to speak to Braven. Probably not, but yeah, just word of warning for that. So right, let's get this out of the way. And we're going to speed up time. But yeah, how's Mr. Nico doing? Obviously, if you guys are not following him, make sure to click on his link, give him a follow. There's a building already starting to come in. I love this. I'm going to go up and, if I can, I don't think I've got this turned on. No, I don't. But yeah, I love watching these builds coming in. They are great. Yeah, obviously, if you are going to run at a higher speed, once it's close to being built, obviously I'm keeping an eye on the numbers that down below. Make sure to turn that time back down to something decent, like 20, 30 or whatever times, or even less, just so it actually cycles through those last little bits the way it needs to. So I'm actually going to drop that down there and just drop, yeah, to 360 is fine, I think. Obviously, as you can see, there is additional displays being added to this one compared to the current version that's out there. I love this. This is great fun. Obviously, got the SGA logo, and I didn't even get a chance to turn around, but yeah, the fence is now gone. You can access the whole of this factory once it is built, and that fence is gone. It's really cool. Obviously, I've gone in, added all the input products there. Obviously, I know a lot of you guys have not really seen this properly yet. I haven't done anything really with the inside, but there is that big grass patch on the inside, which I'll be adding to that little ticket. Let's just test this door. That's fine. Doing fine, thanks. And how are you? Doing pretty good. Not too bad. So yeah, so that is definitely going to need to be worked on. So let's take a quick screen print. And yeah, big green patch right in the middle. Yeah. And there. Now, one thing I will tell you as well, there is palette visuals on the inside of the building as well. They've got some just here. There's also some in the shed, or what you want to call it, garage bit there as well. Wow. Let's have a look. You should open up. Yep, right. Let's go up a bit. I think I need to flight mode is definitely on. Yeah, so you can actually see that definitely needs to go back a little fraction with that building. Joyful. Print screen. There we go. So that door works. That door works. Obviously, one nice thing is, obviously, I've already tested these, so I do know that they all work. So I'm happy that they still work on here. So that's good. Nothing got buggered up. So yay. It's going on the Trelleborg. Obviously, it's going to be, I believe, coming through the mod folder switcher originally. and then at maybe some point later,
No,
possibly.
no,
Isn't it?
you missed that part apparently.
What?
Can't use the mod folder switcher for any new
You,
additional map.
you haven't mentioned that to me yet. You said you were
It
having
was
issues.
mentioned yesterday. It's done. It's that because they changed the way the coding works, and you can no longer test
Ugh.
the unless you have a trusted application, which cost way too much money, and so every download is going to be just LinkedIn packages, and including your updates. So.
Okay, so back to the old-fashioned way then. Great.
Mhm.
So there you go, Nico. That's the answer to the question. Right.
Yeah, they changed with I can't connect and it just throws errors when I try to do any editing because it says this is an untrusted application and you cannot any external connections outside your computer can no longer be run unless you have a trusted application basically.
Dang.
What stinks?
Just a
And
bit.
that's where they get you with the money.
Oh yeah, you know how much that's going to cost?
Arm and a leg.
Not to mention it
Kidney.
you're
Sure
talking
that works.
a
Yep.
inexpensive cheap certificate when we were looking at it was about $400, and that never went through because we weren't even in the same country, and we couldn't supply the documents that they wanted because some of them didn't even exist in the United States. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Um.
It's just
So
Microsoft.
Right.
For you.
So, Farm Boy, regarding that trigger. Ooh, heck, what am I flying for? What we're doing is we're actually just raising it up. As you can see, it's right there. It's only going up around about 10 meters, just so you can't unload back into it. But obviously, with the revamp mod, and obviously the way Giants have set up their factories to distribute and stuff, you can still go into that, put products into that trigger with the distribution side of things. So even if you turned off the visibility for it, it's still going to basically be there. Unfortunately, kind of need a way of disabling once it maybe raised up to a certain height, so it just turns it off completely. I think that would be kind of a nice idea. But physically, you won't be able to put anything into that right there. That's the trigger, to be honest. As you can see, the display and everything, and the fence is all gone. But yeah, that's the only downside to it at the minute. But apart from that, I'm liking the revamp mod. They've actually given us a lot. Also, if it wasn't for the display, revamp, we wouldn't have the displays, the buildables, and a lot of what's on this map, to be honest. Right, so I do know that that trigger does work. Actually, I just want to check that the pallet still works. So let's go in. So tip trigger definitely works. Where is me pallets there? Pallets. PA. Plank. Did I go past it? No. Pallet. There. Right, that display definitely works. That works. That's fine. Good, 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 good. Right, free lay. So. Oh, wrong one. I want that. I'm going to be cheating a little bit. Obviously, I do know that all the triggers work, and obviously I just showed it off right there, so that's fine. Obviously, the input products at the minute are active, so you can purchase them apart from obviously the booster options. So buy. Let's do this. Actually, go from the top. Be a lot easier. But yeah, who knows? This may change between now and release. I think it's a little bit cheaty, to be honest, but yep. As you can see, the display is working fine on the input stuff. I haven't actually added anything for the outputs. That's the only thing. Why do I keep going in there? I want that. I want to activate, which it is already. Obviously, I do need to take it off 0 times speed. And that should now start producing. Where the heck's the trigger gone? There we go. Yeah, as you can see, that is counting up nicely. We've got a pallet there. Just about. Yep, there we go. Right, so let's change that to spawning, spawning, spawning. Come on, spawn. There's one. There's another. Just run it through the night and then I'll drop it down and let them spawn out normally. If you could turn it on and off from distribute. Yeah. The on actually I don't know if you can turn off the distribute to option. I think you can actually turn off the distribute from, but I don't think 2 can be. Maybe speak to Brave and I know he's quite busy at the minute. Let's go up, just bring the sun up. There we go. So they are all fine. They're spawning out. Obviously, I did raise the trigger, so you are going to get stacks of 3 high instead of just 1 along there. So if you're using a forklift, for example, you can come in, grab a stack, and put it into storage if you wanted to. So, and obviously there is no errors there, so that's fine. Is that done all of them? Let's go. Let's see, sour, the classic. Just waiting on one more. So we've got the sour. Let's put that back on there. I've got the classic. We just need one of these guys. Come on. There it is. Error free. I like it. Woohoo! I didn't break anything. So yeah. Nice. Okay, so free lay is fine. Obviously, there is that little landscaping. Obviously, another thing that we are checking, obviously, the area around it as well. That's what I've been doing anyway, just to... Yes. See, that I'm not really fussed about that, to be honest. You can just go into the landscaping and add it yourself. So I'm not really going to mention that. Obviously, if it was a big clump, then yep, maybe. Depending on how big this plot of land is, obviously, do I need to check in these trees at the back? Let's have a little look. Where are we? Oh, there. Okay, I'm going to go down just to check the trees, just in case, because I'm not sure if they're actually on the plot of land, but should be fine. After looking at the landscape as well, there's another thing. Even though it doesn't show that well on here, to be honest, but yeah. Ooh, hello. It looks like there's a skid steer right there. Oh, I wonder what happened here. Some animals. Maybe some deers.
So you want to hear the requirements to get a secure certificate, software certificate?
Go on then.
You have to complete organization verification, including telephone verification as well as identity verification. You must submit a government-issued photo ID for review.
Yeah,
Additionally, your organization must be publicly listed on a third-party business directory site such as Dun & Bradstreet, Yellow Pages,
Good night.
Open Corporates, etc. Or you must prepare to submit a professional opinion letter to verify all required details. I mean,
Oh my god, that is
What the
ridiculous.
frig?
That is ruddy ridiculous.
Are you kidding
you must
me?
be able to complete a telephone call to complete your verification for your certificate. For more information,
That's just
yeah,
stupid.
that's what you need. They're not allowing. Basically, if you're just a hobbyist,
Yeah, this is your life.
not worth it.
This is
That's
basically your life,
stupid.
though. That you're doing here. So it's a business.
Yeah, I know, but you got to do all that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even want
Right,
to put
so
my own
191.
real business through all that crap.
Yeah.
Plus,
Oh.
they used to give you lifetime ones. Now they seem to be annual, and that is $187 a year.
Oh, I'm
No
sure
floating
they do.
Annually.
tree, buildings are fine. Trigger works fine.
Good old Microsoft.
There's landscaping. So some.
I can create an application. It just can't be one that goes to the internet now. That's what basically they did.
So-
You know what I mean?
So the mod folder switcher itself can be used. It's just you can't upload files to it.
What I'm thinking of doing in the future is redoing the mod folder switcher because everything's up there, and just instead of having it auto download, give you links in there that go directly to the links.
That's a good
That
idea.
can be done.
That's a
You
good
know what I
idea.
mean?
Yeah.
Links in
Test
there that
copy.
go directly to the mod packs and stuff, where it'd be one zip file that you'd have to extract.
Yeah. That's a
Because
good
that
option.
doesn't require a secure connection. It just brings you to the same link like we do right now.
And it'd be nice. It'd still be a lot more convenient than the old way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's you got something there.
Yeah.
That's a good compromise.
Definitely.
It's ridiculous.
So as you've seen, that is
Yeah.
all we were literally doing. We were testing the area, checking the factory, check the door, make sure the productions are working. Obviously, any landscaping issues. So, like for instance, I've obviously found grass growing in. This is what we are having to point out. Obviously, like T Miller mentioned earlier about the landscaping on a field needs maybe a bit smoothing. Obviously, we're adding that in if we do that, and then obviously that then goes into this column. Obviously, you guys can track all this at any time as well. So obviously that's one less. So that's what, under 80 fields to go. So there is that.
Anybody want to help me?
Ah,
Billy can. Oh, unless you're doing something important.
I am
What
doing
are you
absolutely
doing?
nothing at the minute. I'm just testing. I've done what I wanted to do today, so I'm good. I've got 45 minutes to spare.
Hard property 172.
Card property
I think it is.
172.
Needs a review. I think it's
172.
172.
There's well,
Wait,
191, which is the one I
maybe.
just put
Oh,
there.
wait.
184.
No, it's not 172. It's 151.
I thought you were going to ask that. Dang it.
Why?
Oh. What do you want me to do then, boss?
You see the picture with the tractor and the big dirt spot?
Yep.
Show me where that is. Because I don't see it on that at all. The dirt with the big ridge
Let me
through it.
see,
I don't know if he painted the dirt, the
151.
grass away so I could see it better.
151.
I'm sitting and looking. I don't even recognize that
152.
on that.
Oh, there, the big field right. Oh, jeez. Okay.
Yeah, I don't even recognize. I'm wondering if it's the right property.
So it should be that one, wouldn't it? There. Okay, so you got the tree
Yeah, it's
line
that
at
one.
the back. So this is what we're looking at in a minute, guys. So we've got some trees here. There's a field. Okay. Actually, let me grab that image. Copy image. Let's see if it shows a little bit better in paint.net.
I've been looking for like a half hour for that spot in the
Expand
editor, and I can't even.
canvas. So you
Nothing
got
matches up.
there's a river here. It's in between the river and the field. So let me put that over here a sec. Bum. Did you get? Oh yeah, obviously Timo did get his new graphics card through, but it turns out it needs a second cable or something in. Obviously he's only got one, so he needs a new PSU, I believe that is. Let's have a little look. Flight mode on. Come on. Right, so where is the river from here? So there's a river there, so let's bring this up a sec. Right, so I'm trying to kind of match up his image to what I see here. Right. Let me put this down here a minute. Where? I think that, yeah, that looks like the wrong field, I think he's doing there.
That's what I'm thinking,
The
because I
field
can't find
versus
it.
the farmland.
Yeah.
Maybe that's it.
No,
So
it's the
it's
right.
164.
It's got to be up here, but I don't know.
So he's facing. wait a sec. There's that corner there. It curves around. Is he down that way?
Oh, I forgot to see if we could sell that.
Oh, it requires 2 power connections for the power supply. Yeah, that is a pig. Right, so that's looking like the image there. So if I come down, there it is, right there.
Where is it?
So
Where are you?
I'm at the. Oh, here we go. Map.
Where's the dirt spot?
Right, so here you go. So top right corner.
Yeah, but he has a
Okay.
big dirt spot with that
Yeah, he's
tractor.
painted
Did
it.
he paint
He's
the dirt?
painted it.
That's what's throwing
It's
me off.
yeah,
Don't touch the landscape itself.
yeah.
I'm looking all over for a dirt spot that should spot, you know.
Yeah, you can just about see it there actually. Obviously, if I go, yeah, yeah, you can
It,
see it right
if
there.
I was looking for the grass spot, I would have found that about an hour ago.
Yep.
Do not paint the spot to see it better. Just get a good view, and I'll find it.
Oh, bless them. Yeah, so it's, yeah, you can actually let's come down a bit. Yeah, you can see it right there. There's a nice big
Have you ever had a
Right
dream
there.
The view
that
alone I would have been
that
able to
you,
see it, but I'm
you
looking
had-
for a dirt
you-
spot in the map
you
because
you could you do you
And
would you want
that would be the
you could-
easiest thing to find.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. Obviously, when you read landscape, obviously you look at when, especially Dave. Obviously, he'll be looking for that dirt spot, and then, well, where the heck is it? Obviously, without really thinking about the terrain type thing. So that is fine. So yeah, it's literally running all the way down there. I wonder how far that goes down.
You know
So
what else could have helped?
there.
A note on the card that said, "I painted the dirt spot to help you see it better."
Yeah.
I do read notes, but first,
Oh,
I don't. I
Good
just totally
note.
ignore them. Think, where the heck is that? No.
Oh.
I
It would have
know.
been nice if you had seen that.
Jeez. Obviously, Victory Knox 84. Thank you very much for that. A really annoying kid. Team Miller for the applause, and the screamer from Team Miller as well. And how you doing there, Reliant Robin? TP to the map XYZ. Yeah. Sometimes that doesn't actually work. That's the only problem. I've done that once before and actually ended up underneath the map, which is kind of annoying. But yeah, have you got that spot now? Have you got Dave?
no, I was too frustrated, so I haven't looked again.
Okay, bless him.
I have to scroll around and find out exactly where it is here. I might not even be on the
So-
same property anymore. I was starting to look. All right, it's over in that property.
To the
It's on the water side.
yeah.
Right.
Yep, on the water side, Byfield 20, and it's literally in between the field and the trees. I've freaking
Yeah,
lost it now.
I figured it would be on that side because
Yeah.
that's the only place where there's that much grass.
All these bushes
know
don't
what I
help
mean?
either.
Right, but there's only that's
but
the
yeah,
only
there it is,
side
right-
that has that
right
much grass.
there.
But
Yeah. Do you need me
is
to
it
count?
toward the middle?
Right, so if I go there, so that is where it is. I'm literally stood right on it, if it helps.
Yeah. Well,
So
I'm
if you
looking.
got that right side of that field, near to the top, and just come down a little bit, it goes into the field as well. Yeah.
All right, it goes into the field as well.
And Utro 666, how you doing there?
I have
So let's have a look.
found it.
Okay.
I've got it. I've got it. Now, see, as soon as you said it goes into the field as well, I know where it is because I can see the field with just by highlighting the
Yeah.
image,
Oh yeah,
and I can
yeah.
see it's a pretty big ridge that comes down
It
through.
is. That
All
is
right, I got it.
cool.
I'm on top of it now.
Okay, dokie.
Oh, that
Right,
one's driving me
so
nuts. 20 an hour to find 10 seconds to fix.
Should the displays be flashing like that, Dave?
What displays?
On the Free-to-Lay. Is that
No.
something to do with the...
I didn't
What's it called
change the
there?
displays. Unless they wouldn't do that if they had the glow shader, but it might have some. I don't know what the heck's causing that.
Yeah, that's kind of funky. There you go, right there.
Yeah, I see it. I see it happening. Probably something with the emissives now.
Hmm.
I don't know. But I didn't. They should have. That's what's setting them to the glow shader and stuff does.
Yeah.
It takes. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. That's funky.
It's almost as good as those disco boats, wasn't it, over the weekend? Yeah. Okay, I haven't. I might have actually backdated these boats, to be honest.
Billy.
Oh, there we go. Oh, isn't that cool? Let me release that a sec. I don't know if you guys have actually seen
Freezer
this.
warning.
Yeah. Obviously, if you suffer from epilepsy or anything like that, please walk away or look away for a little while.
Billy, you got the. You're in the game, right?
I am. Look at that. Isn't that funky?
Can you tell me if land number 147 is on the very bottom? Is that like a
147.
fillable lake down there?
Let's see.
Yes,
Along the
probably.
bottom?
X
I think that's a
147
fillable
right
lake.
there.
I'm just making sure I know what I'm looking at.
Okay, so what field is that? That's
There's no field on it.
Oh,
There's
okay,
a
it's a
square
pond.
there, but it's like an indentment of
Yeah,
dirt.
yeah.
There's a. Yep, that's a
Yeah.
pond, a little
Okay, all
pond.
right, all right. So for rains, that ought to fill up, right?
It
Oh
should.
yeah. If
Okay,
you own the
all right,
property.
I'll check it. I was just making sure.
Buy the
And-
property, make it rain.
Yep.
Watch it
Yeah,
fill
I'm
it
going
fill.
to. I just wanted to make sure that's what I was looking at.
Yeah, obviously you got this little thing here, which I would say should be a bit lower. I would have thought. Obviously, this is going to be the fill plane for your I was going to say silt there for a minute, but it's clay.
Yeah. I'll check that out. I just wanted to make sure I was looking at the right
Right,
thing.
actually, oh, there we go. We have got some water in here. So, obviously, when you own the land, obviously these will obviously fill up with water. Obviously, when it becomes hot
There
and
you go,
sunny,
you
that's
checked
going
it
to
for
go
me.
down.
You checked it for me. Thank you.
Sorry.
But I don't have water in it, so
Yeah, obviously I own all of the map already, so I kind of cheated. Very, very
Oh,
cool.
well, good. Well, I'm gonna put
There
that.
you
I'll say you tested the water then.
Yep.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Okay. Well, Scurvy did it for
My
me was it yesterday during his stream. Obviously, I was actually in the middle of testing around where the coal plant is. Obviously, for anyone who isn't aware, it's this little plot right here. I was literally going around looking at the coal plant. Scurvy on his stream was actually testing the trigger at this exact same time. It's like, really?
Yeah.
And obviously he wasn't paying attention to like the Trello board to see if it had been selected by somebody else. And obviously this is one of the big issues with the testing for anybody out there. Please, if you are testing a map, not necessarily this one, but any map, if they set it up similar sort of way that DAJNET's done it, or Dave's done it, why do I keep saying DAJNET, but yeah, same way Dave has, where it's set up to test each plot, make sure to check it off first, so nobody else jumps in and does that, okay?
Yeah. Put your icon.
Yeah. Obviously there was that. Another one as well, he just jumped straight into testing the mines, didn't even check the Trello board to make sure that it had been going, but it's like, come on, Scurvy, freaking check it first. For all he knows, T Miller's already in there freaking doing it, or Big Daddy or something. It's like, oh, it's frustrating. But yeah.
Yep.
All
right, Dave.
Yeah.
Recommendation for 122
But
is
yeah.
moving the unload trigger.
Isn't that fun?
I'm going to show you why. So I went live
we
in
go.
Discord.
Alright then.
Boy,
Oh.
load trigger
get rid of
on
that.
122.
Yeah, which is the serial factory to make it easier.
Can't do it. It's
Oh.
imported by Giant. It's a Giant's model.
Can you remove the fence?
I'd
Why
have
I'm saying that, I'm showing
me
you
see.
why is if you
remove the
try to
fence.
use a belly dump trailer, you can't
Oh, I
get
don't care
access
about
to the
those
front.
dang belly dumps.
Eh,
They're
what-
awful.
I don't care if they're awful or not. They just gotta work, don't?
If you're gonna use a belly dump trailer,
Right.
delete the fence. That's your solution.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's sellable once you own the prop. You actually, as
Yeah.
long as you own
Well,
the
I'm just saying.
property.
I wanted to show you. Oh, okay. So if
Sorry.
you can't move the trigger, because I was about to say they have all this space over
I can't
here.
move the trigger because that's a Giants model. All we're using is the
Alright.
XML.
Because here's
Yeah.
why. As you see, the back one will hit the trigger. The front two
But the
will
front
not.
one won't. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
exactly why I don't use belly dump trailers.
Okay.
That's fine.
I hate the belly dump trailers because they miss half the triggers in the small lots.
Yeah.
There was
Alright.
something. I wonder. Looks like it's been removed, so that's good.
It's like
Your answer. I know it's terrible, but it's
There.
It is.
It's
a
just the
terrible
way
answer.
it
You know-
is.
You know it's going to come up. You know it's going to come up.
not-
Just
but
say-
you can remove the fence. You know, that's simple
me
as
see.
that, and make your own lot.
Now I know it's already been tested, but has anyone, not Dave, tested any of the orchard stuff yet?
any of the what?
The orchard trees.
No.
No. Okay.
They don't need to be tested.
I'm gonna freaking test
Really.
them. Just because they work on yours,
You
don't mean
can
to say they're
test
gonna work
them.
on everyone else. So during the stream for
We're
the
gonna
last
work on everyone else.
little bit,
Oh, they-
because I don't know. Obviously, there's so many tested. I don't know if anyone's actually done it. Obviously, the guys in here have no idea. So
I'm
obviously-
sure we haven't.
yeah, obviously this is one of the new things with this map as well. For anyone who hasn't seen it, is there is now placeable orchards, and as in placeable orchards, I mean these right here. So under the production and orchard section, there is a whole new selection of trees that you can actually place down. What's the ETA on the map? Not sure yet. It depends on how quick we can get through the testing, the beta testing there, Killer Bird. So in
Soon.
soon.
May.
And, oh, look at that.
May.
FS90. What is that from?
Sometime in May.
Oh, that's the vehicle shit. Right, so
There's
That's fine.
GISL errors if you
Yeah.
put the
clear. Oh, darn
boat
it.
pack. Oh, you did the boat pack, yeah. So there you go. Ta-da!
Yeah, I'll say that has now been addressed and fixed. Right, so
It's already fixed. It's just
yeah.
not updated.
So, like the current orchards in the base game with like your grapes and all that, obviously what Dave's done, he's actually come through and been able to figure out how to get these placeable fruits as well, fruit trees. And obviously with all of these funky trees and that around, I need to be in June, or I don't need to be in. Oh, what time do I need to be in? Let's have a look to place these things down to make life easier. That's not what I want. I want that.
Just FYI. So basically, the map's in the very early stage, and obviously they're finding lots of terrain issues
June.
that need to be
Apple
fixed
cherry.
because it would require a restart if they weren't. So
Yeah.
this is the first pass.
Obviously, we're up to.
Everything that had issues goes back into the queue to be tested one more time, and if there's something else that got missed, it'll have to go in and be fixed again and tested. So until all of it gets narrowed down, then we'll know at that point a better time frame. But we got to get through all the things that would require you to do a restart. That's basically
Yeah.
where we're at right now.
And obviously, all of the current members are willing to do those restarts to. They're
Yeah, they're not actually. If you notice, we're not actually playing the game. We all want to. That's why we're getting very good response. And in 2 days, we almost have the first 255.
Yeah, there's
places,
literally what about
I-
70 to 80 plots to test, and obviously that's only been in. Well, what was it? Friday or Saturday? The testers were given the map and the mods.
It's been. We're on day 2 right now.
Yeah.
Literally.
So
So
this
it's
is
going
cool.
good.
No
but-
errors so far, so I'm happy with that.
Yeah, we're probably down about somewhere between
Plots.
70 and 80 left out of 255 for the
Yep.
first pass. By the end of today, I expect it to either be done or be down to just a few.
There we
So
go.
at this point, also testers, it's crucial not to mark something
You're
that you're
fine.
going to walk away from. Mark it, try to finish it. Don't mark 10, come back tomorrow and expect to do 5, because it's at some point, if there's nothing to do, somebody else is probably going to assign themselves to that card.
Yep.
I'm just saying. And then whoever finishes it first, that's all I care about.
There. Oh,
We're not
so
going to
guys
sit
get
there
rid of-
waiting for someone that assigned themselves to a card for not knowing how long it's going to take them to finish it. You know?
Exactly. Which is why I actually removed my name from a couple of them that I had there, just so someone else could get in there. So I need to get through
Yeah.
to the next month. Hey there, Theory, I think that is.
I sit here all
1981.
day. Yeah, thanks, Reaper. I sit here all day, and as they're coming in, I'm finding them and fixing them.
Yep.
And in my
Alright.
downtime, I'm working on other things that might not be on that list. Like I know there's several things like adding more products to sell points that if I get to a large downtime, I might do that to get that finished up. Or I go in and test them myself, depending on what kind of mood I'm in.
There
You
you
know, I knocked a couple off myself yesterday
Yep. Right.
because it is easier to fix
There's
them
that,
than it is to
there's
find them.
that.
As simple as that,
Right, so
for the
I
most
can
part.
place down the banana and coconut. Orchards. Right, so the banana,
You didn't show
coconut.
them how they snap together with the either. They do snap kind of like the
Yeah.
olives do.
So
They're not going to click snap, but if you put a line down, it's best to go to the beginning of the other line so they match up if you want them to. Or you could do it from that end if you want, but I always do it from the same end I started on.
that's the hard way.
Just get close enough so it's green and click and drag. It'll snap right to that previous row.
Yep. There
Oh,
go,
you
just like
didn't
that.
snap. It didn't snap for you. Because you didn't start at the same end. No, it'll snap. Start at the same end you just drew it from. Not that end. That's the end you
Well,
stopped at.
I started from here.
The first row. Yeah, down there. Yeah, down there. Now just put it close enough so it will.
There we
You
go.
don't have to go too far away, and it'll snap the whole row.
There we go. I hate
It'll,
placing these
there
things.
you
So
go.
just like
That's,
that. Yeah.
yeah, it'll snap the whole row.
Yeah, so obviously if you're going to place them down, you don't need to worry about hitting the C key, the V key, or anything like that, because it does not work with the placeable orchards, by the way, guys. I know some people said, oh, I can do it. You cannot. It doesn't do jack. Just so you're aware. Right, so there's that. Let's jump through to the next day. So this is really kind of cool, and I'll show you quickly, if I've got time, how you harvest them, because they're really, really cool for anyone who hasn't seen that. And how's it going there, Gavin B 1992? And WR Moss, how's it going, bud? They are very cool. Obviously, for anyone who's currently playing any PvE SGA maps, obviously there are actually the placeable orchards already. But obviously this is sort of taking it to that next stage, which Dave's really doing great work on it. It's been
I will say that at
pain in the bum.
2,000 speed, you're probably going to screw it up.
Oh,
You
probably.
can't do craps at 2,000 speed.
I'm just trying to get through the day so I can get it working, placed down, and make sure that they're
If
ever
you
free.
wanted to go through the days fast and
Sleep.
have it still work, sleep through
Sleep.
the days.
Sleep.
Sleep.
Because it's not going to catch up now, you've seen me go 2,000 speed before. It doesn't catch up for hours.
I know, that's why I slowed right down for a little while. So there, just like that. See, beautiful. You could do big orchards if you wanted to. Oh, didn't quite get that one right. Or if you just wanted to, come on, there we go. You could actually line your roads as well with these, which is really cool.
You can also mow in between them or
There we
paint a
go.
dirt area if you want to.
So I think somewhere about
Before you place them.
Where are you? Oh, it's that building. I'm
They
colliding with
will
the
not
building.
snap to another type, though. Remember that. You
I
can
know.
only snap it to the
It
same
was the
type.
building getting in the way. So something like that. Oh, come on. There we go. Something like that. There is a knack to it, so there we go. I think that's fine. But yeah, if you wanted to, you could actually just come along the side of the road, place it down, and make a nice little avenue if you wanted to. Alright then, so let's pump it up and see if we can get into doing a little bit of harvest testing, because that's one thing I haven't done yet. So we'll take it up a little bit. Obviously you can, if you wanted to, you can fertilise them as well. So you should be good. Go for it, sorry.
No, you're good. One nice thing I like about this version over the previous Wolf Creek is you don't need you don't need morale, you don't need electricity, you don't need labor, you don't need support. For the fact, I love that. I'm sure it'll go either way, but I like the fact that it's a booster as opposed to a necessity this round. Just my.
Going to make it so
Yeah.
your factories will run without them, and if you
I love it.
but if you want to dabble in them, you can increase. You know,
Exactly.
and if you
I
want
think
a
it's great.
certain factory, remember, if you want it to all go to a certain factory to increase, because you're not making a lot, just set that factory's morale to or say power to priority 1, and it'll go there
Right.
first.
Exactly.
I love it.
And
I personally like it. I don't know what you guys think of it, but I think it's a great ad.
it's much better system.
Yeah.
And it's much more realistic too, which is kind of cool.
Exactly. And yeah, like T Miller says, if you guys have the easy developer controls active, it basically allows you to see your log whilst you're in game. Also brings up the grids as well under the map, the collisions and all that. If you can get this to show, obviously there is this little grid which is your F4 key, by the way. You can actually pinpoint it onto a square or one of these lines and just drag your trees back, or your orchards, to roughly where you want it, and then just place them down, and you've got a perfectly straight line there. And then obviously, once you've got that first one in, you just go in and then place your next one. And obviously, the way they're set up, they will sort of snap to that first row and just go from that. So yeah, just bear that in mind. But yeah, all of these can be fertilized if you wanted to improve the fruits and stuff. One nice thing as well that Dave's done. Obviously, I'm gonna have to go through quite a while to get some of these harvested. So obviously, you do have your maples, apple, cherry, pear, oranges, plums, apricot, peaches, bananas, coconut, coca, and pecan. All of these can actually go into productions. Obviously, the maple is now going into the sugar to make maple syrup, I believe it is.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you scroll in, you can actually see these little lines around the map here. This is actually those orchards that I've just placed down. So you can actually see where they are on the map as well, which is really, really cool. How's it going there, Not So Grumpy?
It'll also give you the fertilization state as well if you go to the fertilization map. But
let's see, fertilize.
Keep in mind, I think the biggest change that people may have to get used to
There we go.
is that you get those crops once a year and not all the time like they were in the other things.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? So if you want to keep a juice factory running with apples, you might need a
large area,
decent sized apple orchard.
Yeah.
You know, to get it to, depending on how many. But the cool thing is you can always go back and add rows if you leave enough room around it too. If you're not making enough, you know, and make it a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
As you progress.
Exactly. And like Dave says,
throw another one in somewhere.
Yeah, on the fertilized filter, you can actually see the state of it as well. So obviously this would be like the fully fertilized blue color, the dark blue. Obviously with them just being placed down, they do, when just placed down, have that first state from like the grass that's basically taken away. But yeah, Not So Grumpy, there is obviously the new SGA Trelleborg. What's this Trelleborg? It's freaking FSL for you. Trello board website. The link is at the top of the chat there if you want to go over and check out the current progress. But yeah, obviously the old SGA website was just costing Dave far too much to keep up and running, so we're going for a cheaper option at the minute and maybe adding in something later on. Right, so, but
Board
yeah,
that you have linked is just the testing board. That is not the
yeah,
mod site
that is just a
board.
yeah, obviously just, I think in the top right there, you should be able to click, or top left, I should say.
No, they don't get the top left. They're not members of the workspace. They're just members of the board.
Is it? Okay. That's
We
a
are
shame.
members of the workspace are just no. That's just members. They need to have the individual board links.
Why you got
That
set
is
things up that?
that,
Oh yeah, it's still obviously being set up
because
at the minute.
do you want them to be able to edit the boards, Billy?
No.
Do you want them to be an SGA member?
Oh, I want everyone.
Yeah, he does.
Everyone is an SGA member. What are you on about?
That's where that link there is where the mods will be posted. That's actually the main.
Oh, there you go.
link.
That's
other
the one I
one's
wanted.
just text.
Thank you. What? Was that hot? That was silly. Kids, I don't know. Yeah, so obviously they are going to sort of actually, you can see actually at a distance that the textures on these are actually changing. But yeah, like obviously it is still being worked on at the minute. You have a mod area, you have the testing area.
That's how everything will go.
Yeah. Oh, he's hard work. But yeah, there we go.
Yes,
So
anybody that's testing has already been added to the SGA member board. The thing is,
right.
I've been talking to people and making sure that if they're going to do I can add everybody, but I don't want them to start testing without them knowing how it's being done. So that's
Right, so
that's the key thing.
Getting there. One more night should be fine. Ooh, I haven't seen this.
And there
done
is
yet.
no link to the map, so the testers have all been privately linked to the map.
Yeah.
Which they'll have, and at this point, we're almost to round 2. Probably tomorrow sometime, it'll be a whole new download of every file again, plus some additional ones probably.
All right, really quick question. I had frosted mini wheats, frosted flakes, Rice Krispies, Oat Crunch, all spawned out, no problem. My question is this: for the prices, the only one that sold at multiple locations is the Oat Crunch. The frosted mini wheat, the frosted flakes, and Rice Krispies only sells at Aldi's. Is that correct?
Sell points are not done yet.
Got it. Perfect. Thank you. I don't need it.
Yeah. Sell points
answered my
is
question.
one of those things that has to be worked
It's
on
okay.
still.
I like to
There
go
are
when I
several
start the
things that won't
factory.
be in sell points
Yeah.
yet.
I like when I start building from beginning to end the product. I like to make sure I deliver it and it sells okay. So that's why I'm asking.
Killer, I swear people don't listen, do they? I'm sure Dave's mentioned that about 5 times. Yeah, so
That's the second time in this stream.
I know. Yeah, so the sell points at the minute on the map for the testers, if you didn't hear it, still need to be worked on. Don't
Yes,
worry
we need
about
to
them.
add products into them. They're
Yeah.
just in there. The products have changed so much we have not gone through.
Yeah.
There's even
So-
factories that don't produce the items yet, so
True.
we'll get what we can, but you probably won't have the fishing factories up until after release.
Yeah, obviously, yeah, there's going to be quite a few factories and productions that will come in after the map's released, so just bear that in mind. So don't try go and do any fishing, because you won't be able to actually produce them, to be honest.
You won't be able to even offload your trailers right now.
Yeah.
Your fishing boat.
There we go.
You could use it. You could load your fishing boat and just
Yep.
keep it docked there somewhere until
The only problem is
you
the fish
know,
might die from old age.
I will tell you this, that there's fishing stuff that needs to be done, lots of it, lots of different things for the boats. Your boat might run out of gas because we don't even have a real refuel station yet. So
Oh, that's true.
keep
That's
that
on
in
my
mind.
list somewhere.
It's
Right.
not. We have no tobacco factory yet.
That's Boomers, so he
So-
can do that.
We don't have. Yeah, no, Boomer's not gonna do it because we don't want to wait that long.
Right, so
um,
it said the
so-
third one. Which is that? Oh god, there's another one for me to do.
On
Right,
top of that,
so
the
that-
Aurora textile is not done yet, which will add more of the
Oranges, ready to harvest.
stuff in there.
Yep, I've got the build. And I just need to go through the XML and everything, so
Right.
not to worry about that.
which has to be making netting again for the
Yes.
pallets, for the lobster pallets. See, so there are some production lines, and there we
Ooh.
still will be. We have two placeholders for some major projects after the smaller stuff gets done
Yep.
for the fairgrounds and the other super secret project.
So, if I'm correct, it's that big square bit there, isn't it? Above 51,
What are you looking for?
the fairgrounds.
Yes,
If I
the
remember right.
fairgrounds.
Yeah, so like Dave said, there is two placeholders. One is right here. Do not place anything in that area because that's where the fairgrounds is going to be. It's going to be worked on after the map's released. The other one will be somewhere over this end. Obviously, I don't think you can actually get to there anywhere, but just bear that in mind. There is going to be something else going there. So expect this Backle Factory in 2027. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, obviously, what I'll do is I'll add it to my list and get something done with that. So that's kind of cool. So how do we use the Trello? Just create an account. Yep, that's all you have to do.
No, yeah, you got to create an account. I can send you a link to the
Right,
Trello
oranges.
boards,
Yeah. Right.
and
So
I can actually get him
you can add him.
a link.
Alright.
I can add you to the board, but if you're gonna do testing, you need to get a link for that, or you could just, but you will be added to the member boards.
Yep.
I'm gonna whisper it to you right here, so I don't have to.
God, doesn't he go on? Jeez. Right. So for okay. Billy, can you look at plot 36 on the PDA? It looks uneven from there.
Plot 36 on the PDA.
Obviously, this at the
The
minute
PDA is just a top-down image.
yeah, it will be getting updated, so it won't might not necessarily match
Don't
in.
expect it anytime soon.
Yeah, top right,
That's a good enough PDA.
36 there. Yeah, so yeah, obviously this will if you're on just the image, yeah,
Oh,
do
that is on levels. Have you been up there yet?
that's not fair. I can't tab to it. Okay. Let's have a
Go
quick
up
look.
there, Billy.
Oh.
He'll know why it's on level when you jump over there.
I hope I don't fall under the map. But yeah, you can actually see right there, I think. Holy
Yeah, see
smokes.
that?
Is that meant to
You
be
wonder
that
why it
bad?
looks on level. Yes, it is. It's multi-level because we had to bring the landscape down for the boats to come into it. So
Wow.
it's so you got slopes there in the desert.
That is mental. And
It's
very
got a
cool.
top layer and a bottom layer on both sides. So yeah,
That is
it's
very,
not
very
level.
cool. Yeah. That is deliberate, T Miller, don't worry. But yeah, obviously this is obviously the desert for anyone who hasn't seen it. Obviously in amongst here somewhere there is little black nodes. And that's going to be your oil wells. This is obviously going to be a later game thing. So don't really worry about it too much to start off with. But what you're going to need to do is clear the sand, first of all, to find those nodes. Then you basically take the stuff from the drill factory, which is going to be your pump jacks and your drill shafts, and place it on the pump jack, not the pump jack. It is the pump jack, isn't it?
Yeah, you put the
Yeah,
pump jack
you put
on
the
the
pump jack
black
on the node
spots.
and add, yeah, and you can get crude oil out of it. Obviously down here there is a silo that you can use that's set up just for sand, so you can actually load up the one of the boats if you wanted to, or you can just ship it off in a trailer if you want to. There is also this little guy back, and this is where you can actually unload your crude oil into, which has a nice lovely double trigger on there, which is horrible. I would have
It's
just
the
had one.
input and the output triggers in the same spot. So if
Yeah.
you wanted to fill up a trailer,
See, I would have
you would
maybe
be able
just
to.
set them offset them a little bit more.
Yeah, you might have. I would have. Me personally, I wouldn't have had the icons on, which is probably what I'm gonna do. I didn't
Thankfully, I
realize they
didn't
were
do
there.
this. Actually, all you could really do is take one of your markers from 19 and put it right there and get rid of them, couldn't you?
Yeah, no, I can't
Why not?
because I don't have the time right now.
Oh, Jeez, it's got all the time in the world. It's not good. But yeah, obviously this can hold your crude oil, which can go into a boat and then be shipped off to be turned into diesel. Right, so just quickly, because I've got about 5 minutes before I need to jump off. So with these orchards, there is something special in the shop that Dave set up just for using on them. And it's going to be this under this section here, the orchard equipment. Now in here, there's these funky little trailers. Obviously you've got the tanker. This is going to be for collecting your syrup from the trees, the maple trees. But then you've got all of these guys right here for all those other orchard products. So obviously the one I really need is this one, which is the orange one. Now what I've got in, I've made them color optionable. I've added a little logo onto the back so you know what the trailer is going to be used for. So as this is going to be orange, so I'm going to set this up in the orange colors. Let's give it some nice black rims. That looks fine. Obviously, if you wanted to, you can have the extension there as well. I kind of like that. It looks good enough. It looks almost like a blood orange with that little bit there. Let's buy that. Hello, neon. That's a nice. So does the crude go there automatically, like in county? No.
No.
You'll have to obviously pick it up, the pallets, and then load them over at there. And obviously if it's in the liquid category and you've got the tanker trailer that fits onto your lorry.
There is no way to put in pipes on there.
Yeah.
With the way the system works. It's that or auto distribute, and it would be there from the start. So it's not going to hurt you to drive a few pallets over every now and then if you got. Got to remember also there's only 20 as opposed to the 40 wells that were in county.
Ooh. Yep. Also, just a quick one. If you see the spot right in front of me here, don't place anything down there or any of the certain spots. If you look in the distance, you can just see. Actually, I can't even show. Let me go over there. Right over there, there's actually a little billboard. That's actually for the buildable bridges, and there's 6 of them on this map. So just bear that in mind. So don't go placing something down there and then start building from the other side, because you'll end up having a bridge going right through your building. Is there going to be an update to the... Oh, it should work perfectly fine right now. So obviously if you wanted to, T Miller, grab the one that I've done, either of them, and you can test that if you wanted to. If not, I'll try it later. Because obviously what it does, it reads it off from the categories instead of the individual.
I don't know if it's
product
registered
types.
as a liquid in the liquid category.
Obviously that would be handy if it was added.
Well, it could be, but you know, you
it
can
would
move
save on
pallets.
frame
That's the
rates
way it
too.
comes out. It won't be able to load from the factories. You'd have to still load it into the thing and then use the liquid.
Yeah, but obviously going with a tanker, it's a lot quicker. It doesn't affect your frame rates from moving all those pallets in one hit. Just saying.
You cannot. The oil wells will not output to a liquid trigger.
No, but they spawn pallets which has a liquid fill type, which can go into a tanker like 19.
I don't know if they can be picked up with that pallet. I don't know if it has a fill trigger on the pallet.
Well, the freaking should be. What the heck is this guy doing, eh?
You just move your freaking pallet.
If it's the same pallet from, like, say, the resin...
It's the resin pallet.
It will pick it up. The tanker will pick it up if it's in the liquid category. I already tested that on the resin and the glue.
It's not in the liquid category.
Can it be added? Please, 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 please.
You guys are pain in my
We love you,
rear
Dave.
end, I'll tell you. No, use the oil ship. It takes it directly in. No, I just added it in. I don't care.
Thank you. Oh, he's a lovely guy, isn't he? Right, so this is what you're going to need for harvesting these orchards. Obviously, I am going to run a little bit late just to show this off for anyone who hasn't seen these yet. So, with this, obviously, as you can see in the F1 menu, if you hit the B key, you can turn the trailer on. It's basically a harvester that Dave's added to it. And all you have to do is literally draw up the side of the tree. And what it should do is harvest it. As you can see, it automatically pulls it and puts it into the trailer there. And that's literally all you have to do with these trees.
Right side harvesting only. You're
Well,
getting too close.
I just got it to do it on the left.
No, that's
Yeah,
your
but
right
look how many
side,
you have.
and you're missing them because you're too close to the trees.
Yeah, so... Well, this is the first time I've tested them, so I'm a noob. Shoosh.
Yes, he is.
At least I got one
He's a
going
noob.
anyway, so... or two, maybe.
Yeah,
To quote
don't
Billy
get that
earlier.
close. Don't
Let's come out
Quote
just a little
Billy
bit.
earlier.
stay
People
outside
don't
the
listen.
grass area. Just
Okay.
you,
Okay, I'm getting
boy.
it. Weeshed, will ya? Cheesy pipes.
Matter of fact, Billy, I
There we
think
go,
I
it's
remember him
working.
saying several times when he was building
Billy is a
these
nuisance.
that it goes on the
He will
right
be
side
gone in
only.
2 weeks. I
Ooh,
apologize.
bazinga.
Well, I'm on the
People
left
don't
side of
listen,
the
do
tree,
they?
and it's working perfectly fine.
You are not on the
Yeah.
right left side of you are. Yes, the trees are on your right side.
Exactly, so I'm on the correct side.
Yes, the trees have to be on the right side of you.
Oh, yeah.
Trees on the
It
right side. They're
harvests.
bad.
It harvests on the right side.
Yeah,
That's
so
Are we
what
doing an
I-
Epic Costello here?
They're-
Who's on
Did
first?
my head in. Please help me, someone. I knew what side I was going on.
I'm
Jeez.
kidding you. I'm just
God.
messing with you.
Yeah, so as long as the tree is on the right hand side of your truck, your trailer, and all that, you'll be fine. Holy crap and
Now-
heck.
On the outside of multiple row orchards, it's a little bit trickier to stay far away, but in the multiple rows, if you go right down the middle of the rows, but if they're snapped together, it will be able to harvest. You don't have to worry about it. You know, it has a lot more room to be further away than really up close.
Wonder how
Yeah.
many times people are going to be
There we
like,
go.
well, the trailer is left of the tree, but the tree is to the right of the trailer.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
trailer harvest mechanism is on the right side of here. If you put on frame rates, you probably see it.
No, you cannot.
Yeah, I know, but what I'm
Maybe
saying
it
is
has to be
somebody's gonna
turned
like,
on.
I'm supposed to be on the right side of the tree,
Oh,
right?
maybe it isn't. Maybe it's just nodes that it. But
Yeah,
it detects the
it's-
tree.
There
It's
it
the
is.
left
nothing.
side of the tree,
But yeah, that is basically what
but
you
the
want
right
to do.
side of the trailer.
Have the tree on your
Yeah.
right side. You can actually, there you go. So you can actually see the trigger, and it's just literally right there. So technically, can you get it from the both
Yeah.
sides without size of that box? Then?
No, because it's not that the trigger of the tree is
It's
wrapped
not the
around
tree,
the
it's the
base of the
trailer.
trigger, but the trailer
I
only
know.
picks up on the right side.
I'm telling you, man.
You could go down the other side of it, yes, but you have to go in the right direction.
Exactly.
As long as the tree is on
You
the
can
right
pick
side
up
of the
any
trailer,
side of the
you're good.
trees, but the trailer has to have the tree on the right side of it.
I love finding these guys up. They're great fun. Anyway, guys, so that is going to be how you do your orchards anyway. Hopefully you guys were paying attention because I wasn't. Alright, so I think that is actually going to be it for today. I do have some real life stuff to get on and do, and obviously fiddle around with some other
What's that?
factories. I hope in the next couple of weeks that you guys will get the chance to play this map because it is amazing. And thank you, Team Miller, for that jump scare, and obviously the GG, the Homer, the Polo. So yeah, thank you. And Billy is definitely a nuisance today for sure. So you can go back on the left. Yeah, what you could actually do if you wanted to is possibly use auto drive and just set up a route going up one side, maybe come across down the other side if you wanted to. But obviously then make sure that you come back up this side, come around, and then go down that side. Make sure that the tree stays on the right hand side of you, like Dave keeps telling you.
Yeah, think of it as this. You know how you have the vine cutter, and it's only goes down one side of the machine, on the
Yeah.
grape orchard.
That's how it's
That's
basically set up.
basically how it's set up. It has to be only on one side of the trailers. If we could have put them on both sides, it would have been an interesting thing. But it only works with the one.
So
Very
that's
true.
right.
Also,
and
was there a
all that was
mod that
left to
had
say.
2 vine cutters for 2 rows?
It's not a. Oh, there's the defoliator that does both sides for the vines.
That might be doable. Might be able to put a second node in on the trailers that does the other side as well. Because
I'll
I
send
don't know
you
if
a
it
link
would
for
harvest
later
though.
to look at it.
I don't know if it would do
yes.
the harvesting as well. It has to be able to do both technically at one time.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe if Dave can have a little fiddle around, you never know. We might be able to get to do too. But like I said, that is going to be it for today. Obviously, we'll be back on Wednesday doing a bit more map testing, or maybe map playing. I have no idea yet. So let's go over to the ending screen, because I've just had enough for today.
I think he's had enough of me, folks. It's not you.
Yeah, the last friggin' few days, he is really doing my nutting. But a big, huge thank you to all of you guys today for coming over today. Much appreciated. Obviously, make sure to click on that Trello board link and keep an eye on the testing. So, I know obviously Dave's going to be streaming a little bit tomorrow. Who knows who will be streaming between now and then, though. But keep an eye out for the SGA members. And I need to find somebody to raid over to. So we've got Mr. Darius Frost doing some weird war tales, whatever the heck that is. I have no idea. I've got no, that's not good for me. That's not good for me. That's not good. No, we're not doing any Russian fishing. Thank you very much. Jeez, it is not good out there today. I have one person currently doing a bit of Farm Sim 22. Also, that's M&M Farms.
I'm likely gonna do something later, but I'm not ready yet.
Okay. Yeah, it's the only problem with my Monday stream. It's only a 2-hour short stint.
A little bit behind what I want to do today, so I'm not quite ready.
Yeah. So as I've not actually ever raided M&M, I know T Miller has, so I think we're going to go over there and see what he's up to today. And let me mute this tab 1 sec. There we go, cause yeah, I don't want to get DMCA'd and all that rubbish. And let me make sure I spelled his name correct. So yeah, like I said, I will be back on Wednesday for my usual 3-hour stream. Obviously, make sure to catch Mr. DAJNET and the other SGA guys who are testing the map between now and then, and obviously for the next few days. Obviously, hopefully, fingers crossed, it'll be got into the next set of testing in the next day or two as well. So that'd be kind of cool. But till next time, guys, have a great one, and I will see you again soon. And let's get this raid going.
I guess.
Evening.
So let's go show some M&M Farms some love, guys. Hey, KW. Catch you later, KW. Here we go, guys. Later.
Oh.